that piece of plastic in your wallet? It can either be your ticket to building real wealth and earning awesome rewards, or it can bury you in a mountain of debt. And here's the scary part. The line between those two is razor thin. But what if I told you there are just a few simple rules the pros use to stay on the right side of that line every single time? In this video, I'm breaking down exactly what those are, so you can master your credit cards safely and smartly. Look, I wasn't always smart with credit cards. I've paid interest I didn't need to pay. I've made mistakes that cost me. But once I learned these 5 rules, everything changed. My score improved, I started earning rewards, and I stopped throwing money away on interest. And today, I'm showing you exactly what works, so you can skip the expensive lessons I had to learn the hard way. Let's be real, it's shockingly easy to get buried in credit card debt. Right now in 2025, Americans owe over $1.2 trillion. That's trillion with a T. And with interest rates sitting above 22%, it's brutal trying to climb out of that hole. If you're carrying a balance of around $6,400 to $7,300, that interest means you could end up paying thousands of dollars extra, and it could take you years to dig yourself out. That's not just some boring statistic. That's real people drowning in debt. But today, we're building the escape ladder, starting with the most important rule of all. Rule number 1, and this is non-negotiable: pay your balance in full every single month. If you only remember one thing from this video, make it this: when you pay your entire statement balance by the due date, you pay 0 interest on your purchases. 0. This is thanks to something called the grace period. It's that window of time between when your statement closes and when your payment is due. Paying in full turns your credit card from a high-interest loan into a simple, powerful payment tool that builds your credit for free. But just paying the minimum? That's how people fall into the debt trap. Sure, it keeps your account in good standing, but that leftover balance immediately starts racking up interest. That's how a $100 splurge can haunt you and end up costing so much more over time. All right, rule 2. Keep your credit utilization low. I know. Sounds like some finance bro jargon, but stick with me, because this is actually super simple. It's just how much of your available credit you're using. To keep your credit score happy and healthy, you want this number below 30% at all times, though under 10% is the real pro-level move. Here's an example. If you've got one credit card with a $1,000 limit, you should try to never have a balance over $300 reported to the credit bureaus. And here's a pro tip. Utilization is usually calculated from the balance reported to credit bureaus when your statement closes, not your day-to-day spending. This means you can make a payment before your statement date to lower the reported balance and boost your score. Why does this matter so much? Because your credit utilization makes up about 30% of your credit score. A high percentage signals to lenders that you might be financially stretched thin, which can drag your score down even if you always pay on time. A simple way to handle this? Treat your credit card like a debit card. If the money isn't sitting in your bank account, don't charge it. Rule 3 is honestly your best insurance policy. Automate your payments. Seriously, this one's a lifesaver. Your payment history is the single biggest factor in your credit score, making up a whopping 35% of it. Just one late payment can tank your score, smack you with a late fee, and even trigger a higher penalty interest rate. Life happens, it gets busy, and it's way too easy to forget a due date. So, let's make that impossible. Go into your credit cards app right now and set up autopay. At the very least, set it to pay the minimum amount. This is your guarantee that you'll never be late. You can, and absolutely should, still go in manually before the due date to pay off the rest of the balance. But this way, you're always protected from a simple mistake. Rule number 4. Actually, know the tool you're using. Is it a no-frills card for building credit, a cashback machine for groceries, a travel companion for racking up miles? Each one has different perks and, more importantly, different fees. It's easy to get lured in by huge sign-up bonuses and flashy rewards. But listen, those perks are completely worthless if you're carrying a balance and paying 22% interest. The interest you pay will almost always wipe out any rewards you earn. So master the first 3 rules first. Once you're paying in full and on time like clockwork, then you can start strategizing to maximize points on spending you were going to do anyway. And always, I mean always, check those annual fees. If you're paying $95 a year for a card, those perks better be worth way more than that. And the fifth and final rule, keep an eye on your statements and your credit score. Scan your credit card statement every month. You're looking for errors or any fraudulent charges you don't recognize. Catching these early can save you from a massive headache down the road. Just as important, watch your credit score. Most credit card companies and banks now give you free access to it. Watching that number climb? It's not just motivating, it's proof that what you're doing is actually working. Think of it as your financial report card, and these rules are how you ace the class. If you follow these 5 core rules, you'll not only sidestep the traps of debt, but you'll actively build a strong credit history that opens doors to your biggest goals, like getting a great rate on a car loan or qualifying for a mortgage. If this video helped you think smarter about your money, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips to master your finances. What's the one credit card rule you live by? Drop it in the comments below. Remember, a credit card is a powerful tool. By following these rules, you make sure you're the one in control, using it to build your wealth, not someone else's. Thanks for watching.